Welcome to episode 3 of Wealth Over Wages. Today we're going to be talking about the BRRRR method. So BRRRR is an acronym, and once you understand each letter, the whole strategy really makes sense. Plus it's fun to say. So buy, rehab, refinance, rent, and repeat. Buy. You buy a property, usually one that needs some work. We're talking like distressed properties, outdated, places that most buyers would just scroll right past. Then you rehab it, you gut it, you put money into it, you fix it up, update appliances, make it livable and rentable, and most importantly, make it worth more than what you paid, plus what you spent. And then you rent it. Once it's rehabbed, you rent it out to a tenant. Now it's generating monthly income. Then you refinance it. This is the part most people don't know about, and it's the magic of the whole strategy. Once the property is rehabbed and rented, you refinance it, meaning you get a new loan based on the new higher value of the property. And because the value went up, you can often pull out most or all of the cash that you originally put in. And then you repeat. Now you take that cash that you just got back and you do it again. And you buy another property with the same process. And that's the BRRRR method. Buy, rehab, rent, refinance, repeat. The reason that this is such a powerful method is because it solves the biggest problem most people think they have with real estate investing. I don't have enough money to buy multiple properties. With the BRRRR method, you're not buying multiple properties with multiple piles of money. You're recycling the same money over and over again. So let's make this real with some numbers. I'm going to walk you through a hypothetical deal so that you can see exactly how the money moves and how to make a deal work. Step 1, buy. Let's say you find a property that needs some work. The purchase price is $120,000. This property is outdated, maybe hasn't been touched in 20 years, but structurally it's solid. So you buy this. Let's say you use hard money or a renovation loan, something specifically designed for this kind of purchase. Step 2, rehab. Let's say you put $30,000 into renovations, new kitchen, new flooring, updated bathrooms, fresh paint, maybe some structural or system updates if needed. So at this point, your total investment into the purchase plus the rehab is $150,000. Step 3, rent. Now the property is renovated, it's in great shape, you find a tenant, and now it's renting for $1,400 a month, let's say. Now you refinance it. Here's where it gets exciting. Because of the renovation, the property is no longer worth $120,000. An updated rent-ready property like this could appraise for $190,000 to $200,000. Let's say it appraises at $200,000 for simplicity. Now remember, you're refinancing based on the new value of the home, not what you paid for it. So for a traditional mortgage, typically lenders will let you borrow up to 75% of the new appraised value for a rental property. 75% of $200,000 is $150,000. And remember, you had $150K total into this project. So with the refinance loan of $150,000, you would get all of your original money back. Some lenders will allow 80% LTV, which would mean you could get $150,000 back plus $10,000 that you could also roll into your next deal. However, the more you take out of this deal, the higher your mortgage payment will be. So keep that in mind when running your numbers to make sure that the rent matches those prices and supports that. 5, repeat. Now you have a rental property that's hopefully cash flowing every month, a mortgage on it, and you just got your original cash investment back. Now what do you do with that cash? You go to the next property and you do it again. This is how investors build portfolios of 5 to 20 properties without needing $150K sitting in the bank for every single one. You do it once, get your money back, and the same money works over and over again. Here's why I think this strategy is such a great option for our generation. A lot of us think that investing in real estate means you need to be sitting on a huge amount of cash and that you need to be wealthy already in order to get started and that it will take you a lifetime to acquire a ton of properties. And that belief alone stops so many people from even trying. The BRRRR method proves that wrong. The barrier isn't a giant pile of money, it's knowing how to use a smaller amount of money strategically. Now I want to be honest with you because this is important. The BRRRR method is more advanced than house hacking. It requires more moving pieces, finding the right deal, managing your renovation, working with lenders who understand this strategy, can get a little creative, and being accurate with your numbers so that the refinance actually works the way you planned. This isn't a let's do this tomorrow with zero experience strategy. It's something to build toward and do lots of research on. But here's the thing, even just understanding how this works changes how you see real estate. You start looking at rundown properties differently. You start seeing opportunities where other people see a problem. And that mindset shift, that's worth everything, even before you do your first deal. So here's what I want you to take away from this. Most people think that building a real estate portfolio requires being rich first. BRRRR flips that. You're not buying wealth, you're building it, one property at a time, using the same dollars again and again. It takes work, it takes learning, but it's available to people like you and me, not just people who inherited money or already have it figured out. So this is Wealth Over Wages for the generation that has to build it themselves. Let's get to work.